I am pleased to welcome to the 2025 edition of Statehouse Conversations a new face, but not necessarily an entirely new face for reasons I'll explain here in a minute. Senator Daryl Schmitt of Jasper, Indiana, District 8?
Yes, District 48.
48. 40. I don't want to
yes.
cheat you out of this.
Yes.
So the reason I hedged on your title, you were actually chosen by caucus back in the fall to replace Mark Messmer, your predecessor,
yes.
who got this gig in Washington.
Yeah,
He's now
gig,
representing the district and a broader district, 8th district in Washington, D.C. in the U.S. House of Representatives. You now are representing that district, so congratulations on the start of your tenure here.
I'm excited.
And in addition to all this official title stuff we'll throw at you, let's get down to what you're a former city government guy, and
County
you're also
council,
the
yes.
only farmer, full-time farmer in the Senate. I know there's one in the House, so I don't
Yes,
want to steal his thunder. But so you know about what you speak when you talk about the convergence, say, of ag policy, which is still very important in this state, multi-billion-dollar industry, and how local government, the impact of what happens at the limestone here under the dome, does to locals. How do those sort of shaping forces in your life shape your agenda here at the State House?
Okay. Well, Southern Indiana, rural America. So, I grew up on a farm. Ag is very important to the district, and to the state of Indiana and the country. So, I'm excited to represent, the rural America. I came from the county council. I was on the Du Bois County Council. So, my goals are to work here at the state level, but advocate, for my district, for the people in the district, priorities that they have on the local level. I'm a proponent of delivering solutions to the local level. Everything that we can do at the local level, it's intimate, whether it's teachers and parents making decisions for schools, whether it's doctors and patients, making decisions, or whether it's decisions related to farm and ag, all the local government working together with the constituents. That's, your heart's in it. You're dealing with your neighbor, someone at church, wherever it is. So, they're all your friends and family. So I want to facilitate that, have everyone working together, to make the best decisions we can instead of some bureaucracy far off trying to dictate, so.
And that's why I'm intrigued, frankly, by the background of agriculture and in county government, local government, because this is not a novel observation, but the budget and so many issues are a balloon. You press it in here, it's going to pop out somewhere else. So when the state talks about property tax reform and giving people relief, that money doesn't, as you know, doesn't go to the state. It goes back to the locals. And if you squeeze too much, the locals are left holding the bag. So is there a way to sort of, the cliche is the win-win. How do you give the relief and yet keep the local government whole?
It is going to be a balancing act. We have to. Everyone is clamoring for for property tax relief, and with the inflation that we've had over the last number of years, it's a valid concern, and we do need to lower those. But we have to be targeted in how we do this. Because schools, airports, local government, fire departments are all going to be affected by this. So we have to find that balance. We do have to we have to balance needs versus wants, and prioritize. But if we pull those decisions to the local level and let the local people decide, I think we're going to come up with a great outcome.
Well, there is another former farmer from Jasper who's interested in this property tax. What's
Very
his name?
possibly,
Mike Braun, the governor. Yes.
So,
and he has some ideas, so it'll be interesting to see how those play out. If there's one thing, and again, I know you're just kind of still finding out where the restroom is to a certain extent,
exactly.
but I mean, if there's whether it's budgetary, property tax relief, any of these other things that you really want to see happen in the next 4 months or not happen. Sometimes defense is as important as offense. That you can go home to Jasper and say, hey, that was a successful session. You should feel good about it. I can feel good. What has to happen for you to feel that way?
We do have to control the spending. We have to find some solutions to the property tax issues. Education is a priority. I guess I should say there's a lot of people upset right now in the education corner. If it's parents, it's teachers, administrators. There's some concern at the State House. A lot of dollars being spent, and we have to make sure and work together to try to come up with some great common sense solutions. There's a lot of anxiety, in the local level, the state level, the federal level. People almost look to be offended instead of looking for ways to work together. So my goal is to come up here and to enact as much positive change as possible, working within the system we have, and build collaborations and teamwork to try to work together to solve the problems. I have a lot of faith in America, in our democracy. That, I guess, like they say, it's not a very good system, but it's the best one running. So, I have faith in building bonds and teamwork and working together, and we can solve the education issues.
And the issues are so complex because it used to be you could say I support K through 12 education and leave it there, but now it's more nuanced.
Yes.
There's the notion of traditional public school funding. There's the addition then of competing interests of charter schools, which are quasi-public. They operate outside of some of the restrictions. And now with the what will in all likelihood be universal vouchers for parochial schools, you can't just say. How does that play in your district? I imagine that public schools are held in high esteem. It's going
to be a tough balance because in my district I have 6 counties and I have 14 school systems. There's 14 public school high schools in my district, and they're awesome schools, and the voucher system it provides, I guess, some challenges and some opportunities. It's going to be a tool where it's going to encourage all of us to work together to improve and to get better, and that's ultimately what we want. We want our education for our kids to improve. So it's going to be a balancing act, but I'm excited about the chances, and we have great school systems. There are tons of great public schools, in this state, and there are a lot of great private and charter schools too. So I think we can work together. Everybody can live in the same space and work together, and the ultimate goal is the children.
Well, we will be watching over the next 4 months as you get your footing here, and I'm sure you'll have an impact early and often. Senator Daryl Schmitt, a Republican from Jasper, District 48. I got it right this time, right?
You did, absolutely.
I thank you for your taking time to chat with me today, and I applaud your obvious passion for not only the state of Indiana, its children, its agricultural interests, but citizenry as a whole, and your commitment to public service. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to help and give back and represent the great people of the state of Indiana. I'm excited to get going.
Very good. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.